Good morning everybody. Hello, this is Taz from the Active Wellbeing Society's Big Run project here. I'm out on a sensory walk today and I've come back home. I'm near where I grew up. I'm in Winson Green. I'm in a site that's very special to me personally, but also I've got some wonderful people who are going to introduce themselves shortly and tell us what they do around these areas as well. I'm logging in a bit early today, so I just want to give it enough time for you guys to come online. So I know that the numbers are rising, as I can see. My colleagues at the Active Wellbeing Society are behind the scenes, so if you've got any questions you can put them into the comment section here and we can try and get those answered for you later or during the walk. You've got a section right at the bottom for comments. Please put the comments in there and we'll try and address them as we walk. So today, as you can see behind me, it might be reversed because I've got the selfie facing stick, so I'll turn the camera shortly. But I'm at a site called the Centre of the Earth, and it's the Wildlife Trust, the Birmingham BlackCountry Wildlife Trust site. I'm going to be joined by one person who's going to tell you about all this wonderful site, what happens around here normally. I'm also joined, and we're going to go off and do a walk by Mike, who's going to do, we're going to go along the Soho Loop and the Norman Street Park here, to show you some of the Asylum Bridge and some of the local areas that are great for visual sensory treats and sounds, and hopefully see a heron or two as well, because I love running down the canal and seeing the heron on the Sunday mornings. So lots of wildlife here, a fantastic site for your well-being to come out and enjoy. So that's the introductions over. I'll turn the camera now so that our guests can introduce themselves. So let's go over this side first. So let's just make sure it's registered. Oh, it hasn't registered the switch between me yet. Let's try again. Well, it's frozen now. Okay, so I'm back to me. Hope I'll try again. There we go. Yes, hello. Can you introduce yourself? Yes.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm a Senior Engagement Officer at the Wildlife Trust for Birmingham and the BlackCountry. I look after, one of my jobs is to look after this site, which is Centre of the Earth, and we'll give you a little show around today and I'll explain a bit of what we do here.
Brilliant. And that is the lovely entrance of Centre of the Earth behind Jake up there, Jake, and you can see what a wonderful gate it is as well. And there's a sign here now, you can read it properly, it's hopefully the right way around. So the Wildlife Trust Birmingham BlackCountry site here, and it's the Centre of the Earth. I'm also joined by
Mike Westley. Hello everyone. I've joined Taz today. Two things that are of interest to me, obviously, from Erdington Litter Busters. I'm very interested in litter, but I'm also a very keen walker and very great interest in the canals. Many of us in Erdington Litter Busters are now working on cleaning up Birmingham and Paisley Canal at the moment, so I'm very interested in around here. There's a lot of green spaces that we can all enjoy, and so I'm expecting some nice new information and some lovely places to look at around here. So good to see everybody and good to come along.
Thank you for joining me today. So we've got the privilege of being shown around this lovely site here, and Jacob's going to take us on a virtual walking tour and show you this lovely site here in Winson Green. So we're on Norman Street. So
we're on Norman Street, yes.
Yeah. And is it actually the building called, is it the Eco House, or?
No, the whole site is called Centre of the Earth. The building doesn't have a name in itself.
Yeah.
It's currently just our head office.
Head offices.
Yes, which isn't getting much use. It's mostly just me sitting around by myself.
Okay.
But yeah, let's go in.
Let's go in. So again, guys, it's all about finding your local gem, your local green space near here. Now we're here really in the heart, the urban part of the city, Winson Green. We've got the prison, you can see from here really, and Dudley Road is not too far away, so the city hospital is not too far away. So those are the kind of sites that are nearby, and when you come off the beaten track and you find hidden gems like this, you're amazed. And I was amazed when I found out about this place, and I came to a few events that took place here a few years back now, brought the children as well, and it's an absolutely beautiful site. It really is special. So I just wanted to show you before we go on our walk today.
Yeah, so we mainly use this site as an education centre as well as for engagement events. So normally when we're not in these times, we have lots of after school clubs that come and do just enjoy and connect with nature. We're also setting up level 1 training courses, so that's then be working with young people to give them accredited qualifications in things like conservation, tool use, surveying and forest schools, so hopefully educating the next generation of nature workers. So the site itself, we manage like a nature reserve, so these grass patches that you can see all around the buildings are actually wildflower meadows. So now we're in the winter, well, go into the spring, they'll slowly come to life and grow to about knee height and have all sorts of different flowering species. And over the last few summers I've seen huge amounts of different pollinators and bees. We've even seen marbled white butterflies, which we've never really spotted in this part of the city before. We have quite a large wildlife pond as well, which is home to pretty much hundreds of smooth newts. And again, in the summer you can often see different species of dragonfly and damselflies emerging and flying around. So it's an absolutely amazing site to come to and visit when we've got our events. And again, the school children really enjoy when we do pond dipping and activities like that.
Yeah, it is a really nice pond there, because maybe we can take a walk around it and show it as well.
Yeah, we can walk over.
So I'll just follow you. So if you take us on let's walk around. There you go. Can you see the pond here? Lots of water in there at the moment as well, so good to see. So lots of different things spotted here, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. We've put in coir rolls all around the edge, so this is lots of really nice marginal like wetland species like yellow flag iris, purple loosestrife and marsh marigold. And this is the type of species you want on the edge, which will make that habitat for all the different water invertebrates that you need. And again, the newts should be starting to move back into the pond now. So over the winter they'll be hibernating underneath logs and bricks and rocks all around the site, but around spring they start to find their way back into the pond, where they'll spend most of the summer.
Fabulous. So should we go around that side, because I can see some colours there. I can see a little bit of a visual treat back down there. So let's go and follow the colours, follow the path.
Quite a lot of work we're currently doing at the moment, so it's not in the neatest state at the moment.
I think it looks fabulous, mate. So it looks beautiful to me.
Yeah, so we've recently built
oh, I haven't seen this yet.
No, a new potting shed. So we have a project called Growing Local Flora, where we grow native woodland wildflowers, and we use volunteers at this site and our other similar site in Small Heath Eco Park, where we take cuttings of these woodland flowers such as like sweet woodruff, wood speedwell, and pot them up. And then when we're doing enhancement work in parks all over Birmingham and the BlackCountry, these get planted in to the woodlands that we improve. So it's a really good project for our landscape work, and this is going to help us work with our volunteers hopefully next month to improve our productivity of that. So if we can come round here, we can go into our auditorium.
I've been in this auditorium, I've sat here, I've watched a performance from African dancers as well. And do you remember an event you did a few years back? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great. We also had
Sampad here
came and did one at the end of last summer, which was a really great event, and we had everyone seated socially distanced around the auditorium. But we have some nice daffodils on the bank and a mixture of other flowers, and these banks themselves act as really good solitary bee habitat, so we try to keep as much of it bare as possible, so you get things like mining bees that will dig into the banks and call their homes. So we'll start to see more of these bees and solitary bees about as the weather picks up, hopefully.
So that's the auditorium, guys. Look at that. What a wonderful space to come and sit with the children or yourself going out and imagine the doors opening to the performance there. It's amazing. I've had the pleasure of seeing the performances here, so
yeah, so hopefully this summer we'll have our events.
Fingers crossed. I'll be signing up to the event.
So what we can do is head towards the canal.
So you're right on the site of the Soho Loop Canal, and those who don't know the Soho Loop, it's a 1.2 mile, 2 kilometre loop that comes off the Birmingham Canal, the BCN, main line canal, and it's one direction is the city, the other direction is Smethwick, and it's a wonderful space to see wildlife, for your well-being, for walking, for jogging, and right beyond, as you can see behind Jacob, you can see the prison site, but behind the prison you've got the All Saints Park, which is a wonderful park as well, which maybe Mike and I can take a walk over shortly and show you a bit more closely.
Yeah, and we actually put in a meadow 2 years ago in the park, just a short one near the prison.
Oh wow!
So again, part of
your work here.
Part of our work all over the region is putting in new meadows in suitable spaces. So I think it was not last summer, the end of the summer before, we'd install around 7 or 8 meadows, one just in that park.
So those meadows are going to look beautiful.
Yeah, you'll
spring.
spot them all around Birmingham and the BlackCountry in the next few months.
So we're walking over to show you a special boat here as well, and it's moored here. And it's housed here now in Birmingham, isn't it? So
yes,
tell us a little bit about what the hubbard is, the boat, the Polly Roger.
Yes. So we're just coming towards the Polly Roger. This is a 99% recycled plastic boat that we won in a national competition. So
yay! Birmingham won something fantastic.
2 years, I think it's 2 years ago now. They created this boat, which is the third of its kind, and wanted it to go on tour around the UK. So different cities and areas had it for a week to show what they would do with it, and then one was chosen at the end. So we went up against Bristol, Manchester, and Scotland, the whole of Scotland I think it was counted as, to take the boat on for a week. And because of the amount of community support and different groups and businesses that got involved in the litter picking and the huge amount of media attention we got, we actually got chosen to keep it permanently in Birmingham. So now it's moored up permanently at the centre of the earth, and we hope to again soon start taking groups out to do litter picking along the canals, particularly around the Soho Loop. So you can have a little look at it if you want. It is undercover at the moment.
So there's the boat itself. It's under the cover there, but it's called the Polly Roger. I can share a link about the whole the boat and how we won the award in the comments later. But I've actually had the pleasure of being on the boat myself and done a litter pick with Jacob. We organised this for the Active Wellbeing Society. My colleagues and I came out and we had a wonderful morning. Oh, I can't remember if it was the morning or afternoon. Afternoon maybe.
It was an afternoon.
Afternoon along the Soho Loop on the electric powered 99% recycled from plastics boat, which is amazing for us. We went along, we picked up litter along the towpath and maybe a bit of the edge where we couldn't get to normally on the towpath. So it was absolutely amazing day. Got fond memories of it. Hopefully we can do that again, Jacob.
Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to do. Yeah.
Brilliant. So this is the site and that's the boat. One day we'll come past here and we'll show you when it's out on the water as well. And I have seen it out a few times as well. We've got some flower beds here, so what's going on here, Jacob?
So this is again part of the Growing Local Flora project. So you can see these are all native woodland wildflowers. So this is a bed of mostly wood speedwell. So we'll be taking cuttings of them, putting them in pots which are undercover there, and then again they'll be taken out to different woodlands and sometimes given to different like Friends of Park groups to help do wildlife enhancement.
Amazing work that you guys do. I'm really impressed with all this that's going on that we didn't know that was going on right here doorstep here in Winston Green. Thank you, the Wildlife Trust, the Birmingham BlackCountry Wildlife Trust, for everything you do. Really appreciate it. Anybody watching, if you want to send us some likes or comments for Jacob, now's your time to hit the like button and put a comment, put a question or two. Morning, Angela. I'm just going to have a read of the comments now. Morning, Thomas. Hi, Jamie. Morning, Daniel. Hi, Angela. So did you get to see the start of this video? Hopefully, and if not, it will be on demand on our Facebook page as soon as this live video finishes. I highly recommend that you share, you watch this, you share it, learn about this wonderful site called the Centre of the Earth and the great work that Jacob and his team do here in Birmingham and beyond as well. So just want to say thank you to Jacob for allowing us to come and visit today. And look around here, look, I can already see the wildlife, see a duck there. What a wonderful view. You're very lucky to have this as your office, Jacob. I'm very envious right now to see this. Mike, what are your thoughts?
I think it's amazing. There's so much going on here. I just spotted the old hospital asylum.
Yeah, grade 2 listed building.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
What's left of it. I've read a bit about that. And this boat's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. I'm sure you do marvelous things with that. And it's good to have it in the inner city. You need the kids, children, families to learn about nature and get the most of where they live. So it's brilliant that you've got a site here. Very good.
Brilliant. Right, off we go then. So we're going to leave the site now and just say thank you to Jacob for sparing his time, for allowing us to be here, to seeing this lovely visual treat, this sensory treat, and then we'll keep you posted when things are back to normal and the site's open for visits and for children to visit as well. I'm sure you'll be sharing that on your media pages. Oh, look at this wonderful mosaic on the ground. You can't leave without showing you this. Wow, look at that beautiful piece of work. Was that done by the school children? Was that done by an artist?
This would have been done when the site first opened in 1990.
Yeah.
Around that time, and there's lots of work with the community by local artists, and there's old mosaics like this all around the site. So even I sometimes discover like old artworks when I'm clearing spaces.
Here's some information. You're gonna stop here, and maybe later on you can have a chance to stop the video and have a proper read of this information board here. Wonderful bit of information here, and take a snapshot of it now and save it on your camera roll. Brilliant. And I know you can carry on beyond. You've got a little bit further up to there.
I can take you through the back gate if you want, onto the bridge.
If you don't mind, because that's the route we were going to take across to show. So let's carry on through. Again, look at the colours. Look at the trees here. Look at the paths that have been created. It's amazing. So the children who visit, the adults who visit, you can escape busy city life by just stepping across a bridge, and you're here. Literally, there's a bridge there, the Asylum Bridge, which we're going to show you.
I think it's important where we have our centres like this. So we have a second one called Eco Park in Small Heath that we're currently just in the process of building a new building there.
I'll meet you up by the gate.
Okay.
A new classroom. So again, hopefully we're going to try and have the same sort of things happening there, with lots of education, lots of engagement, lots of training work going on.
Yes, I've read about the other site. I haven't visited the other site, but yeah, I've seen the work that you're doing there as well.
You'll have to come along.
Yeah, I'll have to, definitely now. So yeah, that'll be my next visit, hopefully. So I run across the path there on the opposite side on the Sunday mornings with my running group, and I always pass the site and I always tell people about it, but it's really good to learn about the site directly from Jacob, who works here and is part of the Wildlife Trust, because I kind of give information but it's not as accurate as what you're giving us today. So I do try and promote the site as much as I can, and I'm really, when I run past the boat as well, I always tell people about the boat and what the value and special kind of prize that Birmingham was awarded with the Polly Roger. So yeah, let's be proud of the Polly Roger Now I've noticed there's a few litter bits that have blown across onto your site.
Yeah.
Do you tend to come out and do a litter pick along here, because it looks pretty clean everywhere else?
It normally is, but we get, because this is quite the windy spot, so it gets blown over. This is quite a short wall, and the gate again is really short, so it normally gets blown off there. So I haven't come here for my morning litter pick yet.
Yeah.
Which I'll do after this.
So yeah, well,
So I'm not
we're
wearing
going to
my
go
gloves.
onto the opposite side, and we're going to do a bit on the other side as well. So, and this statue here, we always notice it as we're running past. So I didn't know what the significance of it. Would you be able to tell us?
It's a bit of a mystery to me, to be honest. We call it Billy.
Billy.
Well, all the kids that come here from some of the local schools that come weekly, they've always called it Billy. And they're a nice just entrance and exit to the site, because this is the way the school children come in as well.
Okay.
So they always say hi to Billy, and in Highfield it's quite, they're very protective of the canal. Looks over, and to be honest, this is one of my favourite spots for looking for things like bats.
Bats, yeah.
So we actually bought Spring Watch
Yeah,
a couple of years ago.
I remember.
Yeah, they filmed a segment on the Polly Roger, but then they filmed a segment on bats, and they were stood on this sort of overlook next to Billy, and we were just watching the bats like fly under the Asylum Bridge, and hunting and foraging along the canal. So it's a great spot. It's one of my favourite.
Definitely. Let's show the view from here, guys. So I'm going to just do the view from this side. So where Billy's watching through as well and keeping an eye on things, you can see wonderful view on this way, and then all the way back around. And there is Billy. And Billy's got what looks like an oak tree as his heart or body.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you.
So I think Billy's older than me.
Yeah, Billy's been around a while. Noted there. So we're taking in another wonderful gate that takes you back out your site onto the Asylum Bridge. So very old bridge here called the Asylum Bridge, part of the All Saints Asylum, and now part of the prison services building. That's a grade 2 listed building. And Mike's already started his litter pick. This is one of the sites, Mike, where we had a lot. We stopped with the boat and we jumped across on that side.
Yeah.
So there's a hot spot there, and the bridge just after. Right. Thank you very much, Jacob, again. Have a great morning.
Yeah.
Sorry we're taking a bit longer than we planned to, but
It's
really
all right.
nice to see the whole site. And I hope you guys who's watching enjoyed this. And we're going to do our best to make sure we look after sites like this and do our best to help it clean and litter free, as Mike is doing now, and what Jacob will do later as well for his own site.
Yes.
So thanks, Jacob.
Thank you.
Take care.
Enjoy your walk.
Cheers.
We'll be in touch soon. Take care. So that again, guys, the centre of the earth here, Norman Street in Winson Green. You do have to come and visit, yeah. And when it's safe to and you're allowed to, they'll put it on their site. Well, you'll put it on your site, yeah. For now, pass by, have a look through the gate. I'll show you the sign again through here, so you can take a snapshot of this one and these. I'll leave it here for a second. Maybe do a snapshot from your phone, or pause the video later and have a read about what you can see around here.
All our reserves are open, so you can go to them.
All the reserves are open, so do visit the sites.
Moseley
Yeah.
Bog, Deers Leap nearby.
So Moseley Bog I know because I live near that now.
Yeah,
And
Deers
Deers
Leap
Leap.
is not too far
Yes.
away, and then in the BlackCountry we have Portway Hill, which is a great spot.
Brilliant.
Hill Hook and all sorts, so you can check on our sites and then go out and visit.
Fabulous. Thank you. We'll share those links to the sites. You've got some hearts coming through on the screen. They really enjoyed that. So thank you very much, Jacob.
Perfect.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye bye. So we're leaving Norman Street. This is Norman Street Park, which is a little park next to the centre of Earth, and you can see some flowers coming through. A lovely wall there with some street art that's done in a nice way for the children to play. And this little area here is a sign here saying Centre of the Earth, Neighbourhood Park, Asylum Bridge, canal was opened officially in 1772. So 1772, this was the Soho Loop Canal. Now, it used to be part of serving the Matthew Bolton factory, the Soho factory, and this site here. So from here, if you carried on, you can see the prison there. This is the old Winson Green prison, the Birmingham prison now. And there's a bridge just a little bit further which had an entrance into the prison. So the prisoners were transported through the boats onto the canal and into the prison. So that's the little bit of history. I've been on the boat, and I've seen the little entrance. It's boarded up now, but there used to be an entrance into the canal. That's how they used to bring the
already looking at some of the litter. We've got quite a bit of litter on this side, not the Towpath side, the other side that's been tossed. The more adventurous of us amongst the Birmingham fraternity of litter pickers, I'm sure, will make easy work of that at some stage.
Yeah, so I'm just going to show again where we were. So you can just see there, around the corner as it the canal turns around there, you can see the Polly Roger there, and that's the site we were on. So they've got the whole stretch along the Soho Loop, and on this side is the prison side. And again, you can see that little. Can you see the little entrance there? That's where the actual prisoners were brought in. But this is the amount of rubbish you can see down here. Now we've come here with the boat, stopped and jumped across onto this side and done litter picks and cleared that. But you can see it's again, it started to fill up again with rubbish. So that's definitely due a visit, guys. So let's get on it. Let's get together. So Mike and I are now going for our walk. We're going to go along the Soho Loop. We're going to pass quickly through this park here as well, which is the Winson Green All Saints Park. Mike's doing a sterling job.
Yeah, the name All Saints comes from the original hospital that was on this site before the prison was built and extended. There is still part of the building still here, which, as you just heard, is a listed building, but that was an asylum at some point. So we're going down here, still on the outskirts of the canal. Something I spotted on the canal, which good on the Canal Trust, has actually recycle bin on the canal.
Yeah,
side, which is very
we have
good.
to say that the Canal and River Trust here have put some magnificent bins. We're going to walk past one, we'll show you one, but they're all over now, so it's really nice that you can come for your morning walk. If you've got your cup of coffee and you're not going to throw it on the ground like we are seeing now with cans and cups, you've got a proper bin, a recycling bin that you can drop into the right compartments as well. So I grew up here. This used to be my local park. Used to come here and play football and cricket. It's still got a wonderful cricket square there that's maintained, and that cricket square is very popular and is used on the weekends and the midweek evening sessions as well. So it's a wonderful space. It's also got a path that goes about 500 meters around, a path, a tarmac path that runners, cyclists, walkers can use. There's a bit of litter there. Let's grab that just there. Yeah. So anybody sitting on the benches here, we do not want to see litter around. So Mike's going to do a quick bust around there. As true to his name, the Erdington litter busters are doing amazing jobs as well, and cleaning these wonderful spaces for us to enjoy for our well-being. Now look at this. There's a bit of woodland here. So if you want to escape the openness of the park and the cricket pitch down below, you can come for a walk along the woodland section here and escape. We've got a lovely trail path here as well through the park, and you can see there's a dog walker there who's using this space. It's absolutely beautiful, and as we go further on, I'll show you the Grade 2 listed building a little bit further down the line. So again, here's the bin that Mike's talking about, the Canal and River Trust. Thank you very much. What an amazing bin, and it's nice to see that. Yeah,
it'd be very nice to see some larger versions of these in large council car parks, but who knows what will happen in the future. We need to get tougher on those that are fly tipping and dropping their litter.
Definitely, yeah. So off we go. We're along the canal now. We're right on the towpath. Now the towpath itself, a few years ago, was resurfaced. So we've got with wonderful towpaths now in Birmingham. You can come out with on the bike. You can come out with the family as a walk. I go running along here. This is my usual Sunday morning running route, and we sometimes use this in the summer as well on the Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday evenings. As the reservoir gets busy, we come and escape the reservoir and we come along the Soho Loop of the canal instead.
That reminds me, I need to get my bike fixed.
Well, we at the Active Wellbeing Society have Cycle Fix It cafes, so why not bring it along to one of our Cycle Fix It cafes?
I'll find out. You'll have to...
I'll share you the link, of our great man Sean, the mechanic who does all the great work. Now, along the canal, we've seen coconuts and apples quite frequently when we came on the boat, and apparently that's when you have a loss, when you lose someone. Some cultures throw that into the water, so we left it in respect to that, but I hope it doesn't do damage to the wildlife on the canal itself.
I think it's important that all of us, from whatever our backgrounds, understand the cultures of everybody who lives around us, and possibly sometimes find a different way of doing the same thing, because obviously when people drop bread for pigeons in the parks, it's good for the pigeons, but it's good for rats as well. So we've got to find a way of sharing our cultures and doing the best for the parks to let the children play.
Absolutely. Just going to zoom into the Polly Roger there. So this is the boat we saw earlier, and there you can see its name now, the Polly Roger, London on the side there as well. So made from 99% recycled plastics found in the River Thames. It's made it into an electric boat that we use now for plugging along the canal, litter picking along the canal, based here at the centre of the Earth site along the Soho Loop. It's looking pretty clear around on this side, isn't it? So
I'd say somebody's been here before us. So. And look at the view across to the hall there.
That's what I was going to show you. So you can see just through the trees now the site of the old Asylum Hospital building, which is a Grade 2 listed building, a magnificent site for you to come. And if you come to the other section of the park and you're right opposite, it's a wonderful view. So as Mike's doing a little bit of litter picking here, I'm just gonna turn the camera back and have a little read of some information for you. So Mike's there.
Something I read this morning, just a little bit of knowledge about the canals. This was part of the original first canal from Birmingham. Went from Birmingham up to Aldersley at Wolverhampton. This was originally the old main line, and I think it was 1700 something. And the second canal from Birmingham was the Birmingham Paisley Canal, which we in Erdington now are sort of adopting and cleaning up ourselves. So there's lots of connections between us all. It's great.
That is great. That's a great little fact there. Thank you, Mike. So I'm going to read a little section here. The Soho Loop is 1.2 miles, so it's 2 kilometers. Section of the 18th century old BCN mainline canal in Birmingham, England. It's west of the city centre. It was opened to traffic on the 6th of November 1769 and was bypassed in September 1827 by a straight 0.7 mile 1.2 kilometer section of the new BCN main line. Okay, so that's some of the facts. It's got enclosed land occupied by 49 acres of Birmingham's City Hospital. So the old Dudley Road Hospital, now called the City Hospital, it's on the sites here. So these are the buildings that you can see alongside that are part of the site for the canal. Now Mike's reaching across to the water. Just be careful, Mike. Don't want to be jumping in today and rescuing you. But yeah, when we got the boat out, it was the sections here. Look, you can see glass bottles, plastic bottles that are affecting the wildlife here. And right behind Mike, you've got the wildlife. You can see behind him ducks, geese, more hens. I've seen herons here fishing in the morning. And again, another wonderful bin here, right by this popular site where a lot of dumping used to take place, Mike.
Yes.
And especially people coming to feed the ducks, like you said, with the bread bags,
Yes.
but then leaving the bread bags on the side.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was disgusting for me to see. When I was out here walking with my nephews and nieces, we're going to take them up to the bridge to show you.
Yeah.
But we had to encounter a lot of rubbish along, which really
Oh,
peed me off.
it's looking really good now.
Yeah.
Just your plastic gloves along the way.
Yeah. So this side is green. Look, you can see along here, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
It's that side when you get on the boat, that's where you can reach out with your litter picker and grab the stuff on the other side.
This is the corner, and that's therefore why it's where all the litter collects.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for, perhaps with a double length
Litter picker,
you
you
do
can
that.
reach out and grab some of that, because that's what's affecting the wildlife here and their natural habitat, which is what we're trying to avoid. So as Mike takes a walk, I'm going to go and just show quickly the building, because it's a wonderful view from this spot. And just coming out into All Saints Park, I'm going to show you, if you're still with us guys, I hope you're enjoying this. Stay with us. We are going to go over to the Buckley Port and show you the Buckley Bridge there as well. So this is All Saints Park. See the wildflowers here now. Some of the wildflowers that Jacob has planted. Lovely colours. You can see from beyond here now, if I zoom in, the temple, so the Gurdwara at Soho Road, the church spire as well. So you are not too far from the Handsworth and the Soho Road area. And there's the wonderful building. And the cricket square and the park itself with the path. Again, we use this path for our beginners running group. There's a ladies group called the Winston Green Beginners Running Group that use that path. It's a 500-meter loop around the park. And you've got Mary Seacole House here. So the mental health facilities that are available from the Mary Seacole House. And look at that. What a wonderful view of the Grade 2 listed building, the old asylum, the mental asylum, which is now part of the prison services building, the prison officers. Fab. I'll go back and join Mike now. Back into the canal. And we're going to go up to the Buckley Port. So we're on Waterside Drive, which is just off Central Park Drive, just off the Lodge Road, in border the Winston Green and Hockley now. So as we walk closer, we're going towards Hockley direction. So that's the Central Park Drive, and that's how you come in through off Lodge Road, which is the main road, onto this spot. So if you want to park here and enter the canal and come and view it, this is a spot. Oh, Mike's found something here. What we got here, Mike?
It's a demonstration that not everything you see is recent. There's bottles buried in the soil. So sometimes litter gets down and then workmen come along to either improve the sites and they bury what's ever there, not pick it up sometimes. So
yeah,
we'll do our best to
take
these
there's
away.
a bin there, we can put them, if there is a glass
recycling.
yeah.
I'll take them and we'll put them in the...
Yeah, and it saves your on your arm as well. So
It does.
They do get heavy, don't they, Mike?
So let's go.
The muscles Mike's got from litter picking is amazing. Who needs a gym when you can come out and do litter picking, eh?
Very good.
Wonderful, wonderful design bin. I like that bin, and I hope to see more of it and more of those around here. Any questions for us, guys, in the comments? If you're watching, anything you want to say, or are you enjoying this this walk? I know it's a bit blustery. I hope you can hear us. I have been shouting, trying to get my voice across to the camera, so hopefully you've heard everything that's been said by Jacob, by Mike, and you're enjoying seeing the sights along the Soho Loop here as we walk up to the Buckley Port area now, the Buckley Bridge, along the Soho Loop.
There we go, we've got some geese along here.
Yes. Now the geese are out all the time, and there are some times when they get a bit angry if you get close to them, but most of the time they're fine. They let you pass without any problem. Got a squirrel there. Can you see the squirrel? Oh, he's just jumped down. So when I've run along here, Mike, I've seen a heron fishing quite regularly.
Really?
And I stand on the bridge up there, and I just camera out and capture the wonderful sights. Yeah. And here's the geese. They've jumped in to show you guys how they go about and do their work.
Talking about heron, also city nature, Flansbrook Nature Reserve in Erdington. We regularly have visitors to our house, which is probably about 2 miles away from it, and they'll sit on the roofs of the houses opposite us because they've got a fish pond in their garden. So they do come scavenging for food further afield.
Yeah, a bit of cheat there. Yeah, they're coming to a fish pond. I love how the canal curves around behind this section. And when I first started walking for my health and exploring, I had some nests here. Sorry, I'll come back to that. There's a few nests you can see here. So when I first started exploring the canals, Mike, I used to come and join the canal here from this entrance that we've just shown you, and I just wanted to know what's around the corner. So my incentive every day was to go a little bit further to see what's around the corner and how that canal links to another canal and where it takes you. And on doing that, I started enjoying going out for walks. I started losing a bit of weight, you know, as I was managing my weight at that time. And that's what got me started on my physical activity journey. This section here, so I'm really, you know, I love
means a lot to you.
Means a lot to me. It got me started on my physical activity journey, and since then I've lost nearly 4 stone in weight. A bottle there. I've lost 4 stone in weight. I've run a marathon. I've run numerous half marathons, numerous 10Ks. But now, since lockdown, it's all about walking. I've fallen in love with walking and coming out and exploring and going back to basics, going back to enjoying what we used to do when I first started. Well, so it's not always about the targets. It's not always about big. It's about enjoying what you like.
Yeah, exactly. Going out walking in the fresh air doesn't cost you a penny, and it's something to look forward to, especially in these times. And I'm sure many people will carry on walking, even if they go back to work to an office. They might think of coming out in the summer evenings, so that's very good.
And here behind Mike is a tall tower of the city hospital. Here you can see that sites, like we mentioned earlier, is a big site for the city hospital. It covers the whole of this 1 mile stretch of the Soho Loop. Lots of hidden junk that Mike's seen here. So what's the oldest thing that you've ever found while you've been out litter picking, Mike?
It's probably a bottle, but it would only be in about 20 years old. There are many other people who get very excited about finding old crisp packets with the old pennies on rather than pence. But that just demonstrates that we haven't yet reached the bottom of the worst of the litter. But to anyone who's thinking of doing it or concerned that it's a lot of effort, it's not. When you've got a group of people together, all the same mind, you'll be surprised how quickly you can achieve something. And after getting the worst of the litter out, the daily or weekly or fortnightly litter picks are so much more pleasant, and it's good for your health. So
yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to groups that are out there doing litter picking. People are doing it in pairs now because we're not allowed to do group activity. So you've got there you go, an old can there. So we've got the Erdington litter busters, the Moseley litter busters, Kings Heath litter pickers. We've got Hall Greens keeping it clean. North Edgbaston Action Team, which are our friends just around the corner from here. So many different groups. Tending to Cottridge. I know Angela Hess is watching. Hi Angela. Tending to Cottridge group. Everyone over on that side of the city that are doing great work. This is for you guys. We just want to show that you can come out and do a walk and enjoy the sensory elements, but also keep our greenways, our waterways, our green parks, our stretches clean. So thank you everyone who comes out and does their volunteering by looking after for our well-being, really, and for the wildlife here as well. Mike, you're busy with your day job, but you do make time to come out.
Well, let me tell you my little story.
Yes. Let's learn a bit more about
yes.
Mike.
Okay. Well, in my youth and teens, 20s, I did a lot of fell walking, cycling, and then fast forward to my current job. Like many other people, I was put on furlough for a couple of months, and in that time I wanted to get out and about. So I'd been sort of touching on picking litter for a while before that, but in furlough, for my exercise, I'd go out and litter pick every day, and I got the bug. I just couldn't stop, and so I joined Erdington Litter Busters, good and proper, and for the last 12 months, 18 months, I've been helping out doing litter picking there, and adopted several streets myself. It gives you an incentive to get out there if you know that you want to do your patch. We've got a wonderful website, erdingtonlitterbusters.org, and you'll find lots of information on there to help yourselves as well get started or continue. So yeah, good on you, all the people out there who are litter picking. We all know it's good for us and it's good for everybody else as well, so keep up the good work.
Thank you, Mike. It's an inspirational story there. So rather than not doing anything, he's taken the time out to get involved with litter picking while he's been on furlough, and he's used this for his physical exercise and for his mental well-being, coming out, doing good and cleaning areas of Birmingham for us to enjoy. So thank you, Mike. Inspirational man. We're coming up to the bridge here, where is the Buckley Port. So we'll show you the Buckley Port from here. You can hear some of the noises from the hospital. That's the hospital again on the right hand side, all along the stretch here at the Soho Loop.
I wonder, Taz, whether you could or whether we've got anything we could say about what we're planning to do later in the year. Last year we did a fantastic effort with all the litter picking groups around the 11 routes. I've intimated or suggested that it'd be nice to do something closer, perhaps on the inner ring road, but I'm very keen to see Active Wellbeing Society and other groups get together again this year to maximise the connections between all the groups. So perhaps that's something we can talk about on later sensory walks.
Absolutely. So I'm going to turn the camera to me because I like you to see what's the view behind me. So there's a canal. So Mike talked about the great event that we did, which is the number 11 litter pick that we did in September. Since then, the Active Wellbeing Society also did a litter pick in North Solihull, and we did a lovely route around North Solihull with all the magnificent volunteers that came out. A bit windy, a bit blustery, so I hope you can hear me. Apologies. I'm just going to, while Mike's doing a little pick around here, I'm just going to stop here and show you where we are. So turn the camera back now, and hopefully it'll allow me to turn it back. I'm trying again. There we go. So Soho branch and the Buckley Port. See the sign here? And the BCN main line is 3/4 miles. You can go in back in the direction it came. It joins the main line. Then you can follow the main line all the way back around to this side and come back on yourself. Overall, it's a 1.2 miles, that's 2 kilometer loop around the Soho Loop from off the main line canal here. So this is the Soho branch on the Buckley Port bridge. Mike's down below. Is there much litter down there, Mike?
None at all.
None at all. Lovely to see. Lovely to see. As we come up the bridge, there's just a little. You see there, someone left a little gift for us there. Disgusting, which we don't want to see. Dog walkers there. Look at that. Someone's made a makeshift bin there. You know, rather than just a one behind you, as you just missed. Just there. That's it. Fabulous. So up on the bridge. Now this is a tough bridge for the runners and the cyclists because it's very steep, but it's a short bridge. So once you're up here, you've got this wonderful view. Look at this view. I'm going to show you this little visual treat. There you go. So the Buckley Port, and you can see people live here now. This is home for them. They live here. These are their boats. These are their gardens. This is their back door. This is their entrance to Birmingham.
Back in the industrial age, this would have been a site. The loop there would have been a site where perhaps goods and stuff would be taken off the trains at Hockley, where there was a massive yard there, and put onto the boats, or vice versa. So that's the railway is now your railway line from Snow Hill to Langley Green Stourbridge. So the railway line is still there, and there are some lovely brick wall paintings of railways memorabilia on the roads for you to remind you of it. But yes, it's very residential here now.
Yep. So I love standing here and having a moment to myself, just perching on this bridge. I come here quite often. I bring my nephews and nieces. We walk up to the bridge, we stand and we enjoy the views from here. We take it all in, take all the sensory treat in. You can hear the birds. There is banging today, so apologies from the noise from the hospital behind me. But just, you hear that? Anyone make out that noise? You might hear a woodpecker. You might see a heron. So tending to cross the Cottridge, I'm just reading the comments there while I took a moment. Angela and Tending to Cottridge are doing some amazing work, so do find them on their social media pages as well. So there's a gate to get into the Buckley Port just below there, and the residents would use that gate. There's a post box further up on the Lodge Road where their post comes through. Wonderful space for them to live here in Winston Green in Buckley, with this canal right alongside. So let's catch up with Mike. We're coming to the end of our walk for you today. I'm just going to catch up with Mike and say thank you to all our viewers who've joined us today and enjoyed a little section of the Soho Loop. I hope you've enjoyed visiting the centre of Earth. I hope you enjoyed the view along the canal, the All Saints Park, and the Asylum Bridge and Buckley Port that we've shown you. This little section is quite a bad section in the past as well, Mike. So because some of the houses with the rubbish being thrown over the wall, so this is a common hotspot again. But again, it's not as bad as I've seen it in the past.
Well, there's clearly some good maintenance been going on here with the Canal Trust, and long may it continue. So it's very good.
Yeah. So Mike, we've run out of time, unfortunately, yeah. But I just want to stop here and just show the view behind Mike again. About this, it's all about taking in the views.
It's
enjoying
very tranquil here.
It's tranquil. It's absolutely beautiful. If you've not been here, please do come and visit. If Angela, if you ever want to come for a run, like I said, you want to come for a little jog around the Soho Loop, come and find me, Angela, and we'll go for a jog and show you around. Yeah. And Mike's still going strong with the litter picking while I'm talking. So hopefully we'll join you on a walk, or you join me tomorrow. Let's turn the camera again. So tomorrow I'm at Highfield Hall Community Centre in Highfield Hall in Hall Green. Parvaz, Iqbal, we're going to go for a walk around to be a bit bad tomorrow, so fingers crossed I can get a video in, and if not, we'll go inside and we'll talk about the work that they do at Highfield Hall Community Club. So please do join me tomorrow. It's 2 o'clock live on the Active Wellbeing Society Facebook page. Thank you for all our viewers. I'm getting the messages for you as well. So thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you very much to the Wildlife Trust for Birmingham BlackCountry for allowing us to visit the centre of the earth. We'll be signing out. We're going to carry on, do a little pick and get back to the car, and then enjoy the afternoon. So thanks guys, take care. Please do share this video on once it's saved and on our Facebook page. Thanks again, Mike from the Erdington Litter Busters, and thank you guys for watching and making it worthwhile for us to come and show you this space. Take care, we'll see you on another walk soon. Take care, bye.